弱点が丸見えでしてよ。やっやっはっ剣の舞い卑劣な奇襲なのだわ。やっやっ砂浜に思いを刻んで今のがボワン。逃がさないのだわ。舞踏会にようこそ。剣の舞うまま。やっ完璧な新ネタに。弱点が丸見えでしてよ。やっはっはっはっはっはっやっ舞踏会にようこそ。ほっえい。わったいいな。わった
マナナマナナマナナうなたうなたうなたうなたうなたマナナ
ひなわたひなひなわたひなひなひなわたひなひなひなわたひなひな
うなたうなたうなうなたうなた
ひなわたひなひなひなわたひなひなひなわたひなひなひなひなひな。姉でパート様母服何
番号1月背中私補佐に徹します。
おっと
や出撃さあ一匹。私はあくまで技術屋だよ。
おっとそろそろ定時かな。
散れ。冬枯れの人たち。ややさや
主よ、私に祝福を。
時間の無駄です。
やさはさや木枯らしをなる。
幸福を。紅椿雪中に落つ。
私に祝福を。
ややたはっせいやさはっ
心身一如。幸福を。
木枯らしをなる。
主よ、私に祝福を。
木枯らしをなる。
六花の肌の下報いを。
主よ、私に祝福を。
God damn it.
すいはっはっさはっ共に雪降る道を行かん。やっはっ紐をまとう。
It's the second time he's managed to like dodge a bird.
刻まつく
木枯らしをなぐ散れ
再走はまだ終わらぬ。主よ、私に祝福を。
せいはっへっせいたへっさはっはっやっ木枯らしをなぐ
心身一の
主よ、私に
ちりさやさはっせいはっせいたへっやっはっ木枯らしをなぐ
ステージ開姉です
夜にかしこ母
おっと、そろそろ定時かな。用事、僕の同僚に言ってよ。
Shit, one of these I still need. I forget which one it was, though. I think that one. I only got the D path on that. Okay, so there's paths to easily get money if I want.
この玉が終点へと導く。
ぼーっとアンサンブルタイム。飛んだり跳ねたりぶっ飛ばしたり。もうちょい寄って俺どうかな。歌って踊るのは任せて。
Oh, whoops! I went through the other one. Shit. Oh fuck! I needed to do. Oh no! Say this one don't get knocked over.
チーズやー掴み取るからはっ気をつけようは
狙撃の心情は一撃必殺。
とよっアンサンブルタイムチリン水星コンチェルトイントロチェンジさあゴロゴロ回る旋律はっフォローしたるほらカメラ見んやいつでもいいよやっやーサプライズやっだいぶはいはいへいあお妄想実現ステップを変えてみんなのためにうちがやる武装制限解除
弾丸は風と一つに。
アリアちゃんちょいやすいいからこっち行ってサプライズが僕の番だよビシッと決めなくちゃ音楽の世界に心ゆくまでみんなに捧げるスペシャルステージはいはいはいはいバブルバブルトリニューチリン水星コンチェルトまだまだ踊るよエラー3回
Okay, I was right. Oh, actually, that's weird. Path A. I thought I would have picked Path A over Path B.
この弾が終点へと導く。
俺ってゴールドボンプやったー棚からぼたもち おしまい。ステップを変えて。
弾丸は風と一つに。
歌って踊るのは任せて。リラッと登場。バブルバブル飛んでけ。回る旋律。はいはい。
Oh, whoops, that one? Oh, I didn't realize it was that one. Shit, I would have picked the other one then. I didn't realize I was getting a damage reduction one. I've usually seen when anomaly resistance is lowered that you get like some sort of a... Oh shit.
弾丸は風と一つに。
パーフェクトターン。やってもうた。ほらカメラ見や。いつでもいる。はっとねだよ。悪魔的必殺技タイムトゥーイ
弾丸は風と一つに。
ゆうちゃんがっかりさせないよ。ステップを変えて。ゴロゴロシャラン星空フィールド。まだまだ踊るよ。はいはい。
全てが一つに。
Sorry about that. I had something to do real quick. Yeah, there's like no shops at all. I have a fuckload of money, but nothing to spend it on.
弾丸は風と一つに。はい、
僕のターンだよ。アンコール。あとイントロチェンジ。いいよ、僕のバーン。優勢スパイラルハンプ掴み取るから。エンジェルターン。どいたどいた、危ないで。
Wait, what? I don't even get a place to spend my coins? What the... I assume that like there's gonna be some shop. There has to be some sort of buff then that like gives you damage bonus based on the number of coins you have. Because like the whole thing of this was like, hey, the gimmick behind this zone was like, hey, you have a chance to get a lot of extra gear coins, and there's a lot of gear coin places. I just assumed that there's going to be more shops, or I'm like, do I have to? Am I just unlucky and I haven't got shops yet? Or is there going to be like one shop at the end where I'm going to send them all? But there has to be some sort of like bonus where it's like, that increases my damage based on how many gear coins I have. Maybe I didn't scroll the bonus down or something.
この玉が終点へと導く。
ほらほら、見せてあげるよ。
Oh, what? I wanted to...
勇気、力取りでほら、カメラ見や。いつでもいいよ。私もお役に立てるよ。イントロチェンジ。みんなに捧げるスペシャルステージ。反逆セッション。
弾丸は風と一つに
Ah, shit, I missed.
優勢スパイラルハンマー。あ、間に合ったね。3、2、1、シーズン。気をつけよう。優勢スパイラルハンマー。掴み取るからチェック。さあ、ゴロゴロ。シャラン、星空フィールド。まだまだ踊るよ。
Oh, okay. There, I didn't notice the carrying more gear cards dramatically enhances agent's abilities. Okay, so that's what it is. I just don't know where I could check to see that buff. Right? I just don't know where I could be like, okay, well, how I had 12,000 gear coins. Like, what does that equal? Right? Like, what? How much does that buff my ability? Okay, I got that done. Okay, so let's see. This one should be easy to do. This one's going to take a while. This one's just a share event one, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that one doesn't matter. Yeah, so this one and this one should be pretty quick. So let me try to get rid of them. Oh, wait. Oh, this is a... It's not an in-game one. Shit. Okay, well, whatever. I'll just wrap this up real quick, and then double check what the other ones were. I think there's the boot. There's the where you have to do things with the bang boo, which is pretty involved. Yeah, it's Sokaku. But yeah, this is a. The Bangbu one is pretty involved because it's in this whole huge zone. So it seems like it's going to be a lot of platformy stuff, which is fine, but I don't know. I might do it over the weekend. It's not one of those things that really is conducive to doing while walking on my treadmill because it's just not. It's the same reason why I don't like do exploration content in Genshin while I walk. Because it's fun, but it definitely is more chill and more relaxed. So it's definitely more chill and relaxed, and so it's not as distracting, right? It doesn't hold my attention. Okay, and there's the actual culprit, Sokaku. It's not as engaging. So there's always a portion of me that's just kind of like chilling. But what I might end up doing, so I think I'm all caught up with Genshin. I'll have to double check. I'll log in later today, spend my stamina to see if I have spend my stamina to see if I have anything else to do. I think I've done everything. I did the Phantasmal Pals. That's all done. But I think Nicole's still on banner, so I think the banner is going to swap, so we're not going to get a new patch of anything for for that. But I've done the story. I've done the Phantasmal Palace, so I'm done with. It's the only event that is live at the moment. So Genshin seems good. For this game, there's the Bangbu thing, but that's not that. But basically, with the Cyberpunk collab with Wuthering Waves, I'm actually going to be playing Wuthering Waves again. So, but I haven't played since I last stopped. So basically, the patch that Cantarella came out with. So I logged in yesterday just to see, confirm that the patch went live, which I thought was super weird because it went live on a Monday morning, whereas like I thought their patch schedule was like Tuesdays. You know, like with Genshin. Genshins were like Tuesday nights, you know, which is Wednesday morning in China. So I thought, you know, that's when I think that's what their release schedule was too. It was like Tuesday night, Wednesday night, my time, but, you know, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, their time. But then for some reason it was like, nope, we're going to release at Monday at like midnight. Or maybe release Sunday night, Monday morning their time, I'm not sure. Either way. But I'm still on Renacida Act 5. And it seems like there's 12 acts in Renacida. Because there's two quests I have. One for doing it to start Act 5. And the other was to just immediately start Act 12. Which is, I believe, what's taking me into the next area, Laharoy. Because there was a way to skip it. There was like, hey, you want to go straight to Laharoy and skip all that shit? I'm not going to do that. It seems like there's enough time, so I'm just going to actually go through the main story. But unlike before, I'm only doing the main story. And I might do the character quest as well as any permanent events. Just to see, because I did notice there's a shitload of permanent events as well. So I might try to clear my quest log, but that's it, you know. So I'm not gonna do any exploration content at all. I'm just gonna focus on the story. I'm basically focus on quests. So I'm gonna focus on the main story quest first, then maybe wrap up other quests. But either way, the main goal is to get to where the Cyberpunk collab can be accepted. Immediately do that, and you know. And then that's that. So that's what I will be doing. I might be focusing on that during my walks. Since, like, Zenless, it seems like the only thing I have left to do is the Bangbu event. Which is like, you know what? That's kind of more conducive to not being done. That might be something I do after hours. You know, when I'm not walking. So that I can focus more on it. I mean, I can still do it, I guess. But it's like, but the thing is, it's like, normally what I would do is I play Genshin, right? I play the Genshin story. Oh, look, it's Vivian. I would do the Genshin story. And Zenless on Zero story as well. And the Zenless will get a new patch next week. So it'll have a new story. I have a lot of new story content to do, so I might try to, this week, I might try to focus a lot on Wuthering Waves. So I might do the Wuthering Waves story for my walks, and then maybe a little bit after maybe I might do a little bit after work as well in the evening. But yeah, so that's kind of the name of the game, is that I will be focusing on that. That's right, Vivian. So yeah, that's kind of my goal, is that I want to focus on that shit. So because, like, I don't imagine it's going to be better. I think it's going to have the same problems it's always had. But I think I was kind of burning myself out on it. So, like, I was doing the exploration content, and I found the exploration content to be kind of tedious and not as enjoyable and fun and, like, lighthearted and as Genshin. Which makes sense. The world is not as lighthearted. But, like, just exploration didn't feel as fun. It doesn't feel as calming. It doesn't feel as relaxing. And there just weren't as many things to collect. And it just felt more tedious than anything. Because like before, at least there was like shitloads of chests in the 1.0 areas. They dotted the entire world with chests, which is great because it gave you something to collect all as you're wandering around. The problem is they added too many, and some of them were really inconvenient locations. So getting 100% of those chests was really annoying. And Genshin does it the better way, I think, in that you don't need all chests to get 100% in the region. By the time your gauge shows you've completed the region and have 100% of the exploration in that, you have like maybe 90% of chests. So they do give you a little leeway. So if you don't have to catch literally everything. Whereas in 1.0 Wuthering Waves, you literally had to find everything. Every single chest to get 100%. But then in Renacida, they just did away with that. They're like, you know what? We're going to have these like primary objectives. Like, here's a few objectives to do. Like, collect the music flies, do the combat stuff, do the painting things, do the painting puzzles, the canvas puzzles. They reduced what you had to do. I think there still were chests as well that you could fight, but I don't even think unlocking the chests counted towards exploration content. So, it made it more manageable, and it made it seem less daunting and less tedious in that sense. But like the events, because they had a much fewer number of events, you were just like, well, that meant like most of the world was pretty much empty, right? Like you could kill things, and there was a need to kill things because you want to get the echoes. But like generally, it's just like you don't really want all the echoes; you just want certain ones. And you could always run tacit fields for the specific echoes you need. So you didn't really need to do it in the overworld. It was just an easy, free way to farm. But then most of the world was just empty, because for the 100% completion, they reduced it to a few manageable events. That meant like, hey, cool, here's this humongous area of which there's 20 things you actually need to do, and that's it. So it's just like anything in between those 20 things was basically useless. But I mean, they still had chests and stuff, so like there was still some value in exploring because you could find the chests. But even still, so it's Jane. But yeah, so it just was kind of tedious, and so doing that on top of having like subpar storytelling just kind of made it not as enjoyable. Because it's like I spent all that time, grinding and 100%ing the zones, and then doing the story, and the story was just like, oh, okay. It's just, like as I said, it does have its moments, and I think that's what surprised, like, that's why you have so many people saying, oh my god, the storytelling in Wuthering Waves is so good, even though it's not, is because they do a lot of epic scenes, and these scenes are epic. Like I'm gonna say, like some of the cutscenes they have are insanely good, right? Like fighting against Cartithia in the fight when she's been in the floating city. Like that was a really cool scene. Like there's a lot of cool scenes in the game, but when I talk about storytelling, I'm talking about like, hey, the actual story of the game, what's going on, how it's progressing and stuff like that. And it just seems that so like loose and floaty, like it's not really connected. They haven't really created an immersive world because like the world doesn't really seem immersive and doesn't really make sense. So like we did all this thing, we go to the floating city, we fight off Cartithia, and then what's the next thing? We go into another part of Renacida where it's like very more Roman themed with an arena and stuff like that. I'm just like, how the fuck how is this one country? How is this still Renacida when it's completely different than the Renacida we knew? Like the one we knew was more French influence, and now we're going to a more Roman influenced location. And you could argue, well, they're islands, and maybe Renacida itself is considered a city-state, or maybe the country of Renacida is a collection of city-states, each with their own island. But even still, it's just like islands that are that close would usually, would not have that big a distinct culture. You'd have to be. I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's no. But either way, it just made it kind of split up the country because now you're just like, oh well, here's this theme, and now we're just going to go to another theme, and it's like normally you just go to another actual country, right? Like in Genshin, all of Liyue looks like Liyue. All of Inazuma looks like Inazuma. Even though they unlock later islands, even though like when Inazuma first came out, it was just 3 islands, and then they added 3 more. I think 3 more. Because I don't think we could go to Kokomi's Island initially, and then there's the Seirai Island and the Ghost Island. But all of the environments looked Inazuman, right? They had similar aesthetic. They had, lightning-y stuff. The mountains were shaped like Inazuman mountains. They had Inazuman like plant life on it. And then you go to Sumeru, right? And it's like, sure, right? There's obviously a huge difference between the rainforest of Sumeru and the desert area, but like it was just like. But the thing is, that Sumeru always had these 2, disparate cultures, and that made sense. And they even like talk about it. And like, to be fair, I haven't been to the new Roman-themed Renacida, so it could be that when I go there, they do talk about it, and they talk about the relationship between original Renacida and the Roman one. So it could be that they do build it properly, because that's the whole thing. Is that in Sumeru they build it properly, where there is an antagonistic relationship between the desert people and the academy. The people who live in the desert, have their own culture and their own beliefs, and they can find themselves at odds with the academy, especially because of their lack of resources, right? So there is that. But then, even later, even though Fontaine comes out, and all the new zones of Fontaine look like Fontaine or Fontaine theme, have similar style and appearance. So it's like, they keep each region its own thing. Even during the Fontaine patch, when they introduced a Liyue area, the Chenyu Vale, you go back and it's like, oh, look, it looks like Liyue again. It's stylistically more like Liyue. Even though it was released while Mondstadt while Fontaine, it was the Fontainian patches, it was not a Fontainian region, it was a Liyue region. So we'll see, right? Obviously, Laharoi is also completely different. So I'm kind of curious, they said the ending for the Renacida arc was really cool, so I'm like, okay, we'll give it a shot, We'll see how it is. I imagine it's going to be the same thing as before, the same complaints as before. It'll just be like, hey, these scenes are epic, but they don't make sense, right? That is my guess. It's going to be like, these scenes are really epic, but it wasn't built properly. Like it wasn't built correctly. Alright, there we go. So that will be my guess. It'll be one of those things where it's like, yeah, so this is also so yeah, so this one will require more time. And this is also a web event, which is kind of annoying. So this one I can't complete because it's going to go on forever. This one I can, but I'll have to deal with that later. Okay, so I guess I'm going to stop for now. But yeah, so that's basically my concern. It's like, I'm sure there's going to be some cool epic cutscenes. I just think they're not going to foreshadow things correctly. I think their rationale is going to be weird. I think it's going to be... I think our motivations are going to be weak. Like, one thing I did notice, even people saying, it's just like, yeah, why is everyone... She defends herself. Okay, so it's that one, and that one. Alright, anyway. Oh, whoops, I was muted. Shit, how long was I muted for? Crap, I went on a long rant. Oh, that's a shame. I don't know when I was muted, so I don't know how long it was missed. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for now. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.